Hello everyone, welcome to Groovy Sauce, and today I'm going to be checking out something that combines two of my favorite things on the planet, that being Philly steak and cheese and pizza with Palermo's Rising Crust Philly steak pizza. Now, like I said, I absolutely love Philly steak and cheese. I also absolutely love pizza, so I'm really hopeful and excited for this one. Let's go ahead and pop it in the oven and see what I think. Okay everybody, here we go. I got a couple of slices here hot out of the oven, and as you can see, it looks pretty decent in terms of the toppings, especially with the green peppers and the onions. There's a little bit of steak there. I wish they would have had a little bit more, but there is a decent amount of steak there. There's also a lot of rise to the pie as well, from whenever you take it out of the box frozen to whenever you take it out of the oven, so really good in terms of the overall rise of the crust here. All right everybody, let's go ahead and dig in. Here we go, bite number one. They're using a cheese sauce here instead of a marinara style sauce. Overall, good amount of mozzarella though on top. Great flavor with those green peppers and onions. And the steak's not bad here as well. I just wish there was a little bit more of it. And that sauce, while it does taste pretty good, I don't know whether it works very well here. It's a decent flavor in terms of a cheese sauce. However, I don't know whether it matches the overall flavor profile of like a Philly steak and cheese that much. One more bite though. Overall, great in terms of the cheese flavor. However, I just think that cheese sauce probably isn't the perfect match here. Crust is decent. Maybe could use a little bit of Italian spices or whatnot, but overall, not a bad tasting pizza. However, I definitely think they should work some things out here in terms of the overall flavor profile. Still though, could definitely whoop this down. Very delicious. However, I do think there could be some improvements. One more bite though, we'll get to my final thoughts. Okay everybody, so Palermo's Rising Crust Philly steak pizza I thought was pretty good. However, there are definitely some room for improvements here, specifically first off that cheese sauce. And while the cheese sauce is pretty decent in its own right, I just don't think it's very well suited for the Philly steak and cheese theme here. I think it would have been better suited for something like a hot ham and cheese, or maybe like a chicken Alfredo style of pizza, specifically because I think it has a little bit more of an Alfredo-y type of flavor to it. Doesn't really match the overall Philly steak and cheese flavors here. Still a decent pizza overall, and the cheese doesn't really change the fact that I did enjoy this. However, in terms of theme, I just don't think it matches the Philly steak and cheese theme very well. Second off here is the amount of steak that's on the pie. While there is a decent amount, I think they could just have added a few more pieces of steak here, especially whenever you compare it to the other toppings here, the green peppers, the onions, which were more than plentiful, and it's just very noticeably a little bit light, especially in comparison to those other toppings. And third off here is the crust. The crust, I definitely think, is a little bit on the plain side and definitely could use some Italian spices in order to jazz up the overall flavor. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the crust. However, definitely could use a little bit of Italian spices there. Very good in terms of the overall freshness and rise of the crust though. Yeah, overall, keep in mind that this is more of a budget friendly style of Rising Crust pizza, and because of the price, I'm still willing to go back to this, and I think that it may be because of the price, an above average grade would be acceptable here, but just keep in mind that this doesn't really emulate the Philly steak and cheese flavors that I was expecting here. Still very good, still very much I'm going to woof this down as soon as the cameras go off, but yeah, again, I definitely think they could tweak the recipe here in order to make it a little bit better. All right, everybody, that pretty much does it for the video. Make sure that you give me a like. That is, of course, if you enjoyed the content. And make sure to subscribe to me if you'd like to see more content from me. I don't always do food reviews like this. Sometimes I do video game gameplay and really just about anything else that I feel like doing here on the channel. I also have a website, groovysauce.com. Everything that you do there helps out me and the channel. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.